You are live. I totally missed the little thing that comes across telling me I'm live. Let me pull this down. I do that all the time. Crazy, isn't it? Uh, I know some of you might have, maybe not. Maybe it's just me. This clock doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I know it doesn't work, but I like the design on it, so I leave it in my office. It's been at the same time for who knows how long. But I'm aware of it. Just want to let you know that I'm aware of it, that it doesn't work. So anyway, my name is Bess Parks. I am the founder of the Single Moms Club private Facebook group, and also I like to say hashtag Single Moms Level Up YouTube channel. It's also we're also Single Moms Level Up on have a Single Moms Level Up Facebook page. Um, I want to invite you to day 4 of this 5-day challenge. And what is this challenge that we're approaching and doing today? It is the 5-day Single Moms Prayer Challenge. As single moms, we all pray. We pray quite a bit, as a matter of fact, as single moms. And we've talked about it before. By the way, hold on a minute. Let me make sure um, you guys can hear me. So let me get in the Facebook group because that's the easiest thing that I can get into right now. Okay, yeah, y'all can hear me. So I'm trying this new way of holding my having my device so that I could see your comments or when you guys come on and start watching live and I can acknowledge you. Um, my office still isn't put together totally yet. Not really rushing putting it back together because it's a different way that I'm using it. So I'm having to find different ways and be creative about how I hold my other device. And it's actually in my lap in a tripod. I have a tripod on my lap holding my other device so that I can have my hands free because I like to talk with my hands a lot. Um, but so my other device is someplace where I can see it, so I can look down and see my device and see if anybody's jumped on. So today is day 4 of this challenge, and what we are going to talk about today is the 4th thing that we need to focus on in our prayers, and that is our relationships with everybody outside of us. Um, and be focused on this and intentional about this. Pray for people that you see struggling in your life, including your kids, your parents, your friends, your coworkers, um, customers, clients, anyone that you meet. Pray for these people. You know that affect your life and affect other people's lives. If you work out in the public, there's a whole lot of people for us to pray for. I work in retail as a kitchen and bath designer, and um, people are going through things. People are going through things, especially like here in Houston. We've had some things that happen, you know, um, over the past few years. We had quite a few things to go down, like Harvey, which was my first tropical storm slash hurricane, and sorry, something's stuck in my throat, slash hurricane. And then we had the freeze that happened, and people's homes were messed up. And even just this recent, we had a recent freeze as well. Wasn't quite as bad as the previous one in 2021. But just this year we had a was that this year? Yeah, I think that was last month. Last month there was a time that we were down to like about 20 degrees. But it wasn't so bad because the electricity didn't go out. The grid stayed. Thank God for that. And so a lot of people didn't lose that. But Oh my goodness. A lot of people didn't lose their electricity, not that I'm aware of. And but still some people had some pipes bust. So if you don't prepare for that, then some things can go down. And definitely some plant life and all that stuff was like just dried up and freeze dried and ruined. um thank God I survived that too. I only have two plants that are out front that actually I think if I just cut them down and feed them and water them, that they will come back. But yeah, it's the two plants that I have in my yard that are flowering, that have flowers on them. The other plants that are across the front of my house have they're evergreens, so they get berries, these poisonous berries. So so those are actually fine. And for years I had um fed them for years and nothing was happening. To We didn't have any these weather conditions that were going on. But for years I weather emergencies, I should say. But for years I had been feeding them and mulching them and doing that and cultivating the ground and making sure that they were fed and all that stuff. And then now all these things, and I think that may have paid off, plus my prayers that please don't let my plants die, because trying to replace those plants, you got to dig them up and everything. It's a lot and it's expensive. So I thank God that I didn't have to replace anything. So saying all that if plants, living things, have to be cultivated in order to stand in rough conditions, cold conditions, super blazing hot Texas heat conditions, so do relationships. Our relationships with other people, with our children, have to be cultivated. Um, uh, a good example was the fact that my daughter wanted to take me out to the movies yesterday after work. Was I tired? Yes. Did I have something else I had to do first? Yes. Did I do all of that? Did I participate and and do what I needed to do? Yes, it was a different environment, and I did the live from my car of the parking lot of the movie theater because the movie started like 5-10 minutes, well, about 15 minutes after the live was supposed to end. But I made that sacrifice because my daughter was trying to do something nice for me. And then come to find out that she had made up in her mind to do something with me around the time of my sister's birthday. So my sister's birthday was yesterday. My sister passed away in 2007 at the age of 45, suddenly and in her sleep. Nothing was giving way that she had any type of issue or whatever that was going to make her die. Um, uh, it was crazy because I recall her laughing, like having one of these gut wrenching from just your toes, head thrown back, laughing. And I remember my son asked me, "What's Auntie laughing at?" Because at the time, me, my sister, um, my two kids, and my brother-in-law all lived in my mom's house. My mom was in a facility. She was in a nursing home, and because she started developing some dementia and stuff after, well, we noticed it after she had an amputation from her knee down. She had an amputation, and she was sent to this rehabilitation center, which was also part of a nursing home. Um, to help her with some physical therapy and to help her to come home. But then we started realizing and started talking to each other and realizing she was forgetting to take her medication. She was a type 1 diabetic. And she was forgetting to take her medication. I think there was a blood pressure medication in there as well, and some other things. My mother was, up in age, but she was not in bad condition, because if she was, they wouldn't have done they wouldn't have done the amputation, because you got to be in good condition for something like that. That is a traumatizing thing to your body. It's a traumatizing thing that it has to recover from, and so she was in good condition to do that. They had to take it because her foot was completely cold, was getting no circulation, and gangrene was starting to set in her foot, and so they had to take it all the way from the knee down because it was going up her leg already, and so to stop that so that she wouldn't die, basically. They had to remove part of her leg. So my mom had to learn how to walk with a prosthesis. And at her age, that was a hard thing to do. And then plus the fact that her dad, my grandfather, died from diabetes and complications of diabetes. And he had fingers cut off, toes cut off, and they were just chopping at him. And I remember her saying she never wanted to live a life like that. And so I think it was devastating to her that this had to happen. And so she had to bypass some hurdles, which wasn't working too well. And so it was affecting a lot of what she did and made it really hard for her to recover from that. And my sister and I decided to just leave her in the facility because she now needed somebody to make sure she was eating because she was forgetting to eat. She was forgetting vacation. So somebody needs to watch her all the time. My sister attempted to do it, but it wasn't working out, which was for the best because my sister ended up dying in 2007, and if my sister was taking care of my mom, we would have had an issue. I would have had an issue because then I would have had to try to find some place for her to be. So it all worked out for the best. And I have to say that I know I prayed through it. I'm pretty sure my sister did too, because it was a challenging moment for us to decide to leave our mother in a facility. That is not what we wanted to do. Is not what we wanted to do. Um, but it was the best thing for her. So what I did for me and my kids was every weekend we went to go see her. We went to go see her, sit with her for a few hours. Um, my kids would eat her food. Um, the nurses eventually had to tell me, "Hey, don't let your kids eat her food because they're keeping track of how much she's eating and what she's eating, so that when her blood sugar and her test and all that stuff don't come out right, they know how to adjust it." Um, so I would intentionally come. I would intentionally bring the kids after dinner so that we could sit with her for an hour or two, and she could hang out with my kids. She had a motorized chair, and so she would ride my kids around the facility and come back and take the next one. And the kids loved that. My kids, even my daughter, remembers her very well. Um, uh, but I'm talking about this because relationships, y'all. Even when your parents are old, even if they are in nursing homes, go visit them, go pick them up, bring them home to hang out for a couple of hours, take them to a movie, take them, and this is if, of course, if you can, and if they're in that position where you can do something like that. Don't just leave them there with nobody, with some strangers to take care of them. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm saying that because there were so many people in that facility that nobody came to visit them. They got excited because me and my kids were a regular there, and to see my mom, and they would watch us, and my kids are friendly, so they're going to say hi and what are you doing today? How come you got that cane? This, that, whatever, because they're kids. Um, uh, I realized, now that actually you're not supposed to have small kids in nursing homes. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't understand what that was all about. I thought it was just an age thing, but it's because there's so many diseases floating around in nursing homes that the kids don't have all their shots to cover all of that. Um, and so I didn't realize that until my daughter came up with a false TB test. My daughter had the TB test, and I forgot about it. I know she scratched it. I also put soap on it, and she had a false TB test, and I kept trying to tell them it was false, but of course, they don't hear you, you know. Because you're supposed to keep it dry and all this other stuff so that the test comes out correctly. But it was a faulty test, but they put it in as her having TB. So they kept trying to have her take all these pills and stuff. It was making my daughter a complete zombie. So needless to say, I didn't totally give her all the medication because it she didn't need it. It just didn't want to hear me. It's like sometimes I believe in the medical field, they just want to have something to say, hey, we had this situation happen, and we're doing this and we're doing that and we're doing this and we're doing that. I don't know what that is, but I sometimes I feel that way. I know all physicians aren't like that, but sometimes you just want to have something so that you can say you are a part of some type of research or whatever. I just totally got kicked out. Totally got kicked out of got kicked out of the Facebook group so I can see the comments and stuff. Okay. So I'm back in. Hey Teresa, thanks for watching live. Um so anyway, I'm saying this about, because of our relationships. The most important ones, of course, are the ones in our home, which are our children. As single moms, we need to have better relationships with our children. Make sure that they're okay and feel that they could talk to us, about things. Spend some quality time with each one of your kids separately by themselves, which is why to me it was special to spend time with my daughter yesterday for the movie. Movies. She wanted to do something for me. She, has her job at the movie theater, and she wanted to take me to a movie. And I saw something that I wanted to see, and we had a good time. And she um was just there. She just was there and was sitting with me as we were watching the movie and stuff. And she knew that my sister's birthday was at some point in time. She didn't remember the exact day, but she wanted to make sure that she spent some time with me around my sister's birthday. And yesterday was my sister's birthday. And I asked her if she knew what that day was, and she called it right away. So that's a relationship, when you're trying to just be there for somebody. Be there for your kids, just to sit and be with them. I know that when my kids were smaller, we had movie night, and I would pray about movie night. I would pray for God to give me strength to make it through. Most of the time, I would fall asleep midway. My kids didn't care. I was there. I participated. I tried. They were all they were I still think they appreciated it. They're like, you're gonna fall asleep, but it's okay because at least you're here and you're trying. And so uh something that like that, or encouraging kids because they are trying, they may not be perfect at what they're doing, but they're trying, and acknowledge that they're trying. um Help them and with suggestions on how to do some things better. Share your story with your kids about when you were their age and going through, whatever they might be going through. That's the whole point of us being parents, is to be able to guide them, not just solely discipline and chastise. And it's not just solely that. We need to make sure that we're guiding them in a loving and nurturing way, and that they could feel that they could come and talk to us about things. Um, yeah, they might be nervous, and give them time to do that. Don't rush them. Let them come to you. Even though you may see that there's a situation that they might be going through, pray about it. Pray about it. Pray about it before you go to them with it. Let them come to you. You don't have to prompt stuff. You could just ask them how they're doing. Tell them that you love them and that you'll always love them. I think something that helped my kids was that I told them, when we used to practice, the emergency drills in the house. And this was after there was a tornado running, that I didn't know that Houston had tornadoes, but it was a freak out moment for me. But so we started having these drills, and I told them, I said, Don't come look for me. Go out your window, the street with your feet, and get out of the house. I'm going to get out of my window and we will all meet at the street lamp across the street. And that's our safety meetup spot. That's what we will do. I was like, if I don't see you there, I will come and get you. I was like, this house don't matter to me. It can burn to the ground, but you are important. I can't replace you. I love you and you're important to me. And my kids are like, really, mom? Everything in it? Everything. It's you that's important to me. And for my kids, that changed something in them. I saw that and they realized that I love them deeply, more than anybody. I love them, and a lot of times it takes some words, um, some actions, and some things of that sort in that vein for your kids to understand how much you really love them. Um, Also, relationships. For a long time, I used to say that I don't need any more new friendships, but now that I'm moving into some different areas of my life, and I'm opening up to and being more available to have other friends to come into my life, and these friendships are awesome. These people are going in the same direction as me. These people that I'm meeting are very we have this give and take with each other, and I'm growing more with the people that and the friendships that I'm starting to gather around me. Yes, some of these friendships are not as close as the ones that I've known for 30 plus years, but the 30 plus years, some of those are not as close anymore. They're further out. So it's like a ring, around you, where you're the center. The next outer band is whoever lives in your house, which is generally our kids. And then the outer bound of that is going to be our parents, our siblings, and their children. And then the outer ring of that is going to be, friends, friends and family. And some friends become and come in closer to you in the closer rings of our lives, and become like family, and that's a good thing. And for that to happen, and then plus to have people that you can share your life with, and we can't just put everything on everybody, that this one person or everybody that we know. So sometimes you just are able to share something with a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, and we share our lives with each other. And that's what we do. And what the next step would be is if you wanted to have more connection in this single mom community, there is something I want to share with you, which is the Single Moms Village. Single Moms Village, or AKA the Single Moms Academy. So if you wanted to be a part of that, then then you can go to www singlemomslevelup.com and sign up to be part of the Single Moms Village. What you get in that, because that is a membership community, and I know that it's not for everybody, and it's okay. It's okay. It's not for everybody, and that's okay. But for those of you that want to have more of a connection on a weekly basis, where we meet and we have other workshops and events and things that we do more so than just once a month, but where we meet on a weekly basis, monthly. Of course, we will do the monthly challenges together. We'll go in more deeply with each other. Then this would be for you. So I want to share my screen and tell you what you would get if you become uh, um, part of this membership community, which is the Single Moms Village, aka Single Moms Academy. So I don't know what just happened. My screen just went totally black. Interesting. Okay. Um, oh wow. Oh, that was just a screen on my screen, but on Facebook, it's there's no black screen. Okay, anyway, it's all gonna work out. It's all gonna be good. Yes. So I thought I was sharing my screen, but I am not. Let me go back here and hit that button one more time. There we go. Share. Okay, here's loading. While this is loading, it's gonna be a slide that shows all of the benefits that you get for when you become a member of the Single Moms Village, aka the Single Mom Academy. I changed the name from Academy to Village because Academy seemed more, I don't know, studious. And oh, wait, hold on now. What happened? Okay, Academy seemed more I don't know, like school, but it's not school. This is a place where we can have some fun with each other, um share our stories, see the humor in some of the things that happen as single moms, share those things with each other, meet at a conference and things like that, um, get some swag gear, get another opportunity to win a Single Moms Queen kit. Because when you go to singlemomslevelup.com, and you'll see that there is another opportunity for you to win a Single Mom Queen kit as you sign in with your email and your name and stuff that will enter you in to do that. Okay, I don't know why this is doing that. I think I'm hitting it because the let me put this over here because my other device keeps hitting it. But anyway, so these are the things that you would get in the Single Moms Village membership. You'll get unlimited access to the webinar we replay. So we're going to have different webinars in that area, in that group, which will be a whole nother group of us single moms that are going in deeper with each other on a weekly basis. And so we'll have webinars and things that we will do together, that you will have unlimited access to those replays. This is a 12-month membership. In the Single Moms Queen kit that's given away every month, there is a membership, a 12-month membership being given away. This is going to start next month. I was trying to start it this month, but I got too much stuff on my plate in order to do it justice. So I'm going to have to push it back to next month. So we'll do that next month and start hanging out with each other on a weekly basis. And you know, the webinar will be announced as to what the first webinar is going to be about. And then you'll get unlimited access to the encouragement replays, which is basically, you know, these things that we do on a monthly basis. You'll get those replays and have unlimited access to the replays of all the most of the past challenges or events that we've had here in the Single Moms Club. You'll get continuous access to the self-education resources. So usually once a month, I have been giving these self-education resources page that is a running resource page away on the last day of the event or the Single Moms Challenge. I have been doing that, giving that away for free once a month. But it is okay. I'm sorry, my grandson is about to be dropped off. But anyway, so I've been giving that away free once a month. This month is probably going to be the last time that I give that away for free. I'm going to just keep it for the single people that are members in the Single Moms Village membership. I'm going to keep that for them so that they have that and they'll have those resources. And it's a running list of people that I keep adding to the list at the bottom. So at the top, it looks the same. But if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll notice that more things have been added on. So we'll have, like I said, we'll have the weekly single mom talk sessions. You'll get notice of the first notice of the single moms new swag products. I don't have the shirt on today. I usually wear the shirt, but I wore it on Sunday because I participated in an event with I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit past, but I participated in an event with another single mom that is doing some great things, and I wore it there, and then ended up meeting some other single moms that are in the same uh, um, that are doing some things for single moms as well in different parts of the country. So anyway, so you'll get first notice of new swag products. You'll also get first notice of the new single mom queen box products. So you'll know what's in the box already before the challenge starts. You'll know what's in there. You'll have access to purchase those things yourself at a discounted price. And then two tickets. You'll get two tickets to the live single moms conference. That's going to be this year. Whoop whoop. That's going to be this year around my birthday. So I believe it's the 28th, 29th, and the 30th. I believe are the dates for that. But I will verify that and put that in the group. What the dates are, I'll post that. So you'll get two tickets to that. So you can bring a single mom with you. Payment if you want to be part of this membership, you can make payments and sign up for a payment plan for that because it is a 12-month it's a 12-month membership. So you can either pay monthly, pay quarterly, which is or pay in 3 payments, or pay the whole entire year. And of course, if you pay the whole entire year, you get a better discount. If you pay in 4 months, you get somewhat of a discount. And then if you pay monthly, you just pay the monthly fee. So anyway, that's it for tonight, y'all. I'm going to stop sharing my page because my grandson's about to be dropped off. So he's if he's awake, he's a little energetic, a little ball of joy that has entered into our lives, and he'll be dropped off soon. So I'm going to say bye to y'all for now. And again, if you want to join the Single Moms Academy or AKA Village, the Single Moms Village, or AKA the Single Moms Academy, go to www.singlemoms.com and sign up for that. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 5, and we're going to be talking about the 5th area that we need to focus on with our single mom prayers. So remember your relationships. Write down those relationships that you feel are strained, or you need to pray about whatever's going on and what you see going on in their lives, including our children. So we need to pray for our friends, our family, our kids, baby daddies. We need to pray for them too. We need to pray for all of that. So I just want to encourage you today to write a list of people that you need to pray for. And keep that list someplace like a journal or something like that, along with the list of the things that you're concerned about. Yenny gave a good example of writing down the things that she's concerned about, and she keeps them in a box, and she prays about those things. Do something like that, or write it on a piece of paper and pray about them. You don't have to pray about everything all at once, but just pick one thing and pray for that. Pick one person, pray for them, and pray for yourself, and keep going and moving forward. That's good. That's a good way to do the physical part of praying, is to choose and focus on things on purpose. So talk to you guys tomorrow. Much love. Hashtag Single Moms Level Up. Thanks for watching live in the Single Moms Club. Thank you, Teresa, for coming on live. Thank you, whoever's watching live on the YouTube channel. Thank you for that. Like, share, or give your biggest takeaways in the group or on the YouTube. Well, no, you got to do it in the group. Give your biggest takeaways here in the Single Moms group. If you're on the YouTube page, on day 2, I dropped the link for the Single Moms Club private Facebook group. If you want to join so that you can have an opportunity to win the Single Moms Queen Kit, you can do that. And see y'all tomorrow. Much love. Bye. Hashtag Single Moms Level Up. And we are out.